I have gone down the dangerous rabbit hole of finding the very best home hacks on the internet. Now, people will share home hacks all the time where you're like, okay, duh, everyone knows this. But these are home hacks you've probably never heard about before that are definitely going to change your life. Now, home hack number one, again, left me absolutely mind blown, but that hack is to use your candle warmers to create a simmer pot. So if you don't know what a simmer pot is, basically you put like fresh citrus and cinnamon and clove and all of the fragrant items you like, your aromatics, in a pot of water, and you boil it on the stove. But maybe you don't want to leave your stove on. Maybe you don't need a big vat of it. Maybe you want something smaller. Maybe you want it not in your kitchen, right? What you do is you get your candle warmer or like your little like hot plate candle warmer sort of thing, and you put like a mug there. You put your aromatics in there with some water and it does the same thing. This blew my mind. This is a great way to keep your house smelling good without using things that you find toxic or things that you don't know what the ingredients are, and that's something that you care about. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kiva Brent and I'm your expert in smart shopping and timeless style and amazing home hacks. So be sure to smash that subscribe button if you're new here and like this video so that I know you like this type of content. But I've shared this before, but this is your dryer vent cleaner. So there's two different options. There's a hand one and there's one you attach to your vacuum. Add it to the end of your vacuum and it gets all of that lint out of the dryer. Because right now you're probably thinking, oh, I'm just taking the lint off the screen. There is so much lint down in there. It is Narnia in your dryer, okay? And if you're not cleaning it out, one, your clothes aren't getting as dry as they can be, and two, it is a fire hazard. So it's best to clean those things out. Let's talk about lint some more, and let's talk about lint on upholstery. So I am bougie. I like really nice stuff. I buy really high quality things, but I'm also super messy. So you see all this pilling on my sofa. This happens all the time, and I have a really nice sofa. It happens because we're sitting in jeans and stuff like that. How do we get this clean? Are you sitting there with a razor blade? Please no, you're gonna accidentally rip open your sofa, okay? And then don't blame me for that because I told you not to do it. Instead, you're gonna use a pill shaver. This one is literally $9. It's $9. Please also don't use like your razor, okay? I don't care that you use it on your legs first and you're using it on your sofa. It's gonna mess up your whole upholstery. A pill shaver is amazing. Look at all this debris I got off my sofa. Gross. Another hack for getting out stains that I think people don't realize. One, you can just use baking soda on like most stains. It will get those stains out, but you can also use Folex. And this isn't really a hack because like most people know what Folex is, but most of you are using it wrong and you're saying, I didn't like Folex. It didn't work for me. I still have the stain. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to do it correctly. So first, you are going to douse the stain with water. Water, H2O, okay? So you're getting your little spray bottle or wherever, you're gonna douse it with water. Then you are going to spray your Folex. Yes, you're going to spray your Folex after that. Then, we're actually not gonna use a rag yet. So I know you're getting your microfiber towel ready. No, we're not doing that. You are going to agitate it with your fingers. So you're just gonna take your fingers and you're gonna go like this, okay? Only then will you get your rag and clean it up. And I know you're thinking, I'm gonna go in with my bright yellow towel. No, you don't wanna do anything that could possibly bleed. You wanna do like a very neutral color microfiber towel, or I'm sorry, you're gonna wanna use a paper towel. That is going to help you get all that liquid up. If you do not saturate it enough with water, you're not going to be able to pull that moisture out. If we're not pulling that moisture out, right, we need the paper towel or rag to have something to absorb. If it doesn't have enough to absorb, it kind of gets stuck in the fabric. And I find that that Folex leaves a little ring, which is a stain in and of itself. So it's like, well, why did I use that in the first place? So now you know how to use Folex correctly, and now you should be a happy camper. This is a home hack that has absolutely positively changed my life, and it's expensive. So I'm gonna lead with that so that you know. I hate ironing. Ironing is the bane of my existence. I find that even if I spend 45 minutes ironing something, it still looks absolutely freaking awful. Well, I found this vacuum steamer. So the beauty behind it is it has the suction of a vacuum, right? So it makes sure that the fibers get really nice and pulled taut so that you get a perfect steam. This is my duvet before. It looks absolutely awful, disgusting. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. And this is 6 minutes later. This is how good this iron is. It is absolutely exquisite. I definitely recommend this if you love to have crisp bedding, if you like crisp clothing, maybe don't have an ironing board, you need something more compact. This is going to give you that tension that you need to get that really high quality look. I normally would not recommend something this expensive because I think this gadget is like $99, but oh my gosh, KB stamp of approval. This has been a home hack that has changed my absolute life. Now let's move on to a free one because I just spent a lot of money there, right? The next home hack that you need to start trying is to use your dog's tennis balls, yes, you heard me right, to fluff up your bedding. So you can use like a wool dryer ball, you can buy a dryer ball, but those cost money, right? And we're trying to do something for free here. So you're gonna take your dog's balls that are clean, his new balls, right? You didn't give them to yet. And you're going to put your duvet, your flat, sad duvet, maybe it's new, maybe you've just been rolling on top of it and you wanna refluff it. You're gonna put that in the dryer with those balls. You're gonna tumble it, right? You just do it for like 20 minutes. You don't need to do the 20 minutes, you need like 10 minutes. It is going to come out so fluffy that it nearly bursts out of the dryer. This is a hack that always works. It works for pillows, it works for blankets, it works for anything that is filled with feathers. Honestly, it would work for your dog's old toys or your kid's stuffed animal that is on its last leg. This is going to bring those items back to life, and 10 out of 10, I would recommend doing this. Now, for years, I have been just using like a Swiffer mop with like a microfiber towel, like elastic around it with like a hair tie, but it's very inefficient and it always falls off. So I actually discovered these. These are reusable Swiffer pads. So they're just reusable microfiber pads. You can clean your floor, you can clean your baseboards with them, you can clean your tables with them, right? Just use a different one every time. And then put them in the washing machine. It's a great way to be a little bit cleaner in terms of the environment with your cleaning products, and it allows you to determine what you're cleaning your house with, because most things can be cleaned with vinegar, a vinegar solution, not just like 100% vinegar. And I love that for me. I love tailoring my own scents to my own home because there's certain smells that just make me nauseous. I don't want that, and I don't really like the smell of Swiffer pads. So this is the way that I get the utility of the Swiffer like mop that I've had for years and years and years, but in a more reusable way. And I just find that when you use this as opposed to a normal mop, again, you can angle it in all the different ways so that you can really clean those baseboards. You can clean your windows. You can clean your mirrors, those hard to reach places that maybe you don't want to get on a step stool for. You can do it with this, and there isn't like a designated cleaning solution on it. So here's me cleaning my huge gilt mirror with this. Amazing, right? You wouldn't have even thought about this, but it really is that good. And let's talk about velvet furniture hacks. So velvet furniture is great, it's cute, but it shows everything. Like if you sit down, you will see your butt print on the chair. It's like a photocopier. It is egregious. I hate it. So how do we fix that? Well, if you are a self tanner, you can use your tanning mitt and it will smooth it out beautifully. I know, crazy, right? Crazy, right? If you're not a tanner, get a brush. You have a brush in your home, right? You brush your hair. A boar bristle brush, use that to brush it. Obviously make sure there's no oil and stuff in it from your hair. Give it a nice wash. You can brush your furniture, brush all the furniture in your home, and then, you know, wash it again, use it on your hair. But you don't need to buy something new. You could use something you already have. Now, for those of you whose duvets, they like to move around while you're sleeping because they don't care about you being warm, we're done with that. If you do not have loops and ties, maybe you can't sew, you can just use these magnetic duvet clips. They stop your duvet from moving around. They are so useful because it's going to make sure that every single part of the bed gets covers. And I think that's a very important thing. These are also really helpful for your curtains. If maybe you're connecting lots of panels and you don't like the gap in them when they move, this will ensure that the curtains stay together and look like one continuous panel. And you can just put them in the back, right, to really help obscure them. And back to the duvet cover, this also works if maybe you have a duvet cover and some of the buttons have fallen off and maybe you don't know where those buttons are. This is also going to help close it. Now, this is a home hack I've shared before, but it's so good to have to share it again. If you're buying secondhand lamps, maybe you have old lamps, you have ungrounded plugs, you have lamps that you've cut the cord on accidentally because you thought you were going to do a DIY and you didn't. Just use these smart rechargeable light bulbs. They're a game changer. They allow you to have light in the most unsuspecting places. They look so luxe, and you don't have to worry about the batteries because you just recharge them. You literally recharge them with a USB, or you recharge them in a different lamp. But it just allows you to actually buy that lamp that's so cute from the thrift store, but you're afraid that if you plug it in, it's gonna set your house on fire. We don't have to worry about that because we have these. Great, luxurious looking home hack, not a cleaning hack, but a hack nonetheless. Let's talk about cleaning the shower because some of you need to clean your showers, okay? So the first way we're gonna clean our shower is we're going to get baking soda. We're gonna brush it on with our hands, with the glove, with the toothbrush, right? Then we're gonna get a Ziploc bag of vinegar. We're gonna tie that bag up with like a hair tie around the shower head. It's gonna get nice and clean. It's gonna get all that debris out. And for that, the other debris we can't get out, we're gonna use this little tool and we're gonna get in all the holes of your shower head. Your shower head gets disgusting. There's grime. You're throwing soap around. There's scum, right? And then it's all raining back down on you, okay? We don't want any of that dirty rain. We got enough dirty rain out here in the United States of America, okay? So we want to make sure we're getting everything nice and clean, so this is how we're gonna do so. When we're thinking about our baths, of course you can clean the bath spigot like this, but what about the water itself? Well, I love this water filter, great home hack. You just put it on the base of your tub and the water runs through it. Just think of it like a Brita filter for your tub and you can feel better about what you're bathing in. This makes me feel so much better with my daughter because That girl already has sensitive skin, and this gives me some peace of mind, and it's kept her skin looking amazing. Another home hack I love is, again, one that just like looks cute, and that is to use like these plug-in sconces behind your sofa. So we talk about these LED light strips all the time, and those look cute. And this is behind any furniture, not just sofa. Those look cute, but sometimes they fall off. Maybe the light isn't perfectly diffuse. This is always diffuse. It always looks good. It's not gonna fall off. It falls off, you have a whole bigger problem because your outlet fell out of your wall, okay? That is a whole bigger issue. This is just so much better. It looks nicer, and it's so much easier to install. Adding those LED light strips in a perfect line, that will test your marriage. It will test your patience. We don't need to do that anymore. This home hack is better. And the final home hack I wanna share with you today is one that I don't think 99.9% of you are gonna do, but I'm gonna share it with you anyway. And that is to buy reusable microfiber towels and roll them up. Put them in a roll like you would paper towels and use them as such. So just save an old paper towel roll and wrap them around there. And then you have microfiber towels to use as paper towels. Now, this is not gonna work for absolutely everything. There's some things that I will always use paper towels for, but like when you have a kid like I do now, you're washing your hands 50 million, 100,000 billion times a day, okay? Okay, my hands are cracked. I look like I work in the mines, all right? It's just from washing my hands. This way I'm able to wash my hands and get them dry with the microfiber towels, and then I just throw them in the laundry with her clothes, right? Give them a good clean, as opposed to going through all the paper towels. I love a good dish towel, and I know some of you are writing, just use a tea towel. Yes, but then it's not always clean because maybe someone dried something with that, or maybe like some food fell in it, right? Because it's sitting near your sink or near your oven. This is just like a way cleaner way to cut down on the paper towel use, cut down on the waste, be a little bit more sustainable, and save yourself more money. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm the sustainability queen, obviously. So caveat there, but I do find these tips just like helpful for running a household and having to take out the trash less, which for me is a plus because that's my house duty. But that's it for today's video. What was your favorite home hack? Did you know all of these? Which one absolutely blew your mind? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you want another video like this because I've got some more hacks I think you're really gonna love. If you wanna shop any of the products I shared in today's video, all you gotta do is click the links down in my description box and click on the links pinned in my comments. They're all linked right there for you to shop. And if you liked this video, please consider pressing that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because it means the world to me and it lets me know to keep creating content like this. But until next time, have a beautiful day.